Welcome. Welcome to my city. Welcome to Valencia. It is a great satisfaction to be able to represent the Mayor of Valencia, Joan Ribó, in this opening act and to express in his name, in my own name and that of all the citizens of Valencia, the most cordial and friendly welcome to the more than 800 experts arrived in our city on the occasion of this annual conference of the European Association of Zoos and Aquariums, the EAZA. We are proud to host this important international event related to the preservation of the environment and the protection of the biodiversity of a planet strongly subject to major changes and important risks directly or indirectly related to climate change. Welcome to Valencia on the occasion of this annual conference, in an era when, in many parts of the world, there are a rethinking with extensive social debates of animal welfare and therefore of the meaning and conception of the traditional zoos with a 19th century model, a model that we overcame in our city many years ago. It was in 2008 when the facilities of this biopark came into operation that, together with the Albufera Natural Park, the Turia Garden, the Botanic or the Oceanographic, reports to our city an extraordinary environmental asset enjoyed by Valencians and visitors alike like you. But in addition to this local government is firmly committed to advancing in an increasingly respectful society with its animals. A rethinking that we extend to the rest of the institutions and to all citizens, based on the premise of the preservation of animal welfare and the incorporation into new zoos and aquariums in Europe and around the world of functions such as habitat recreation, research, education and conservation, always in the best possible conditions. The education in environmental values, the possibility of being able to come into contact, live and direct, with animal species from other places in conditions similar to those of their original habitat, unstoppably displaces the mere contemplation of exotic animals in captivity. If you see it, you can love it. If you don't see it, it's probably that you can't love it. These days are different, and there are other sensitivities and alternatives, as this biopark de Valencia demonstrates, which during these days becomes a meeting point for the scientific community to expose the latest studies and advances, and in turn reaffirms our shared will that these spaces should play an increasingly fundamental role in the conservation of endangered species or the promotion of research lines, in line with this new philosophy by which it is the society as a whole that must take charge of the future of our planet. As a representative of that society, and also as Vice Mayor or Deputy Mayor of Valencia and Head of the Urban Ecology Area of our local government, I want to congratulate those responsible for Biopark for bringing to our city one of the most important global meetings for nature conservation. Likewise, I want to thank EAZA, whose animal parks are visited by 140 million people every year, 1 in 5 Europeans, the important and strategic role in the protection of nature and wildlife that has been playing since its origins, with its implication and financing of global biodiversity conservation projects. An effort that we share as government and citizens, and myself, due in large part to my status as a doctor in biology. And also, I wish you a pleasant stay in Valencia, a city increasingly committed to the defense of animal welfare, the preservation of the environment, and the fight against climate change. Enjoy the Congress. Thank you.